Hey, yeah, we are just about to go into the ConforMIS manufacturing plant. And so I'm going to let the camera lead the way here because, I don't know, I just think this is super cool. So let's find out what it's all about. Here we go. Okay, I've never been in a knee manufacturing plant before, so lead the way, John. This is John. He knows everything there is to know about the ConforMIS knee and how it all works together. What's your official title, John?
I'm Senior Vice President of Product Engineering.
Yes. All right.
I've been doing this for 43 years.
That's a long time, but the knees ConforMIS hasn't been around that long, has
No,
it?
we're 10 years old.
Okay.
But this total knee is 6 years old.
6 years old. Wow. Okay, check it out. I'm not sure what all of this is for yet, but let's just make our way through. Wow.
So everything is computerized,
Okay.
right? I mean, computers rule the world. So what we're going to do is start with how the computer design data is converted into manufacturing data that we can then make the implant from.
Okay.
So these guys are all manufacturing engineers working on converting the design data to manufacturing data. So right here. Go ahead, just keep.
Hi,
just keep
I'm
doing
Robin.
it.
Thank you for letting us intrude.
Okay, so all right. So what you
Appreciate
got
it.
going on here? This is it's called CNC, computer numerical control. It's mimicking what the milling machine is going to do.
Wow.
Cutting, doing a virtual cut, which is the program that is then used to. This is for a tibial plateau. So and this is the same kind of plateau you'll be getting.
Yes.
Okay. So the same process is done for tibial inserts and the tibial plateaus.
Okay, yeah.
So that data is then downloaded right over here.
So cool.
So these are CNC milling machines. So this one, there's cutting fluid in there going everywhere, but this is actually milling a tibial plateau. All of these machines in this area are making a patient's tibial plateau.
Wow. There's a lot of water in there. Can't really see exactly what's happening. And again, the material is
Cobalt chrome.
Cobalt chrome. Okay, there's one.
So
right
this
there.
is what it looks like when it came off the machine. Now this is not done, and you can see the path that the cutting tools had taken,
Right,
the
yeah.
scalloping kind of shape to it, and if you feel it, it's still rough. It's got sharp edges on it,
Oh, yeah.
but we don't want that. But that's going to go into secondary processing
Okay.
to take care of that. These are all the cutting tools that are used to make various features in the tibial plateau,
Okay.
as well as some measuring equipment. Everything's computer driven, as I said. So this is CMM, coordinate measuring. And what we're doing is the tibial plateau
Oh, there it is.
is being inspected. And now this machine's going back to the same database that was used to machine it and checking against that virtual model.
And how is it actually touching it, or
It is.
just measuring
So that's
it out?
actually a ruby tip on the end of that. And it's going and touching various spots that are predetermined to basically collect measurement data. Now the difference, so an off-the-shelf company would inspect 1 out of 25.
Wow.
We inspect 100%, every one.
Okay, that is pretty phenomenal.
And then all of this data is stored as part of the file for that implant infinitum.
Yeah.
So it's go over here. So he said that the implant was rough. You saw it came off
Yeah.
out of the machine, right? So this is vibratory finishing. So these are ceramic. It's called a ceramic media.
Can I touch them?
Yeah. It's just right. It's a ceramic.
Oh, yeah.
And see all the different sizes? Because some of them are worn away and some are not. Now what happens is these machines have got not like a turnstile inside. One implant is in each container and it's spinning around with that media in there. It's tumbling.
Polisher, like
It's
a rock polisher.
It's a rock polisher.
Yeah.
It's a rock polisher. Exactly what it is.
A giant rock polisher for me. Okay. That's pretty cool.
So here's one that's come out of the rock polishers. All the sharp edges are gone, but it's still not quite right. It's not quite done.
And they actually call it tumbling. You know.
Oh, the glass. You moved it. It's over here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is one of the containers that goes into the rock top. One implant is in each container. So then we've got a shiny surface on one side, and we want to create a coarse surface on the other side.
Okay.
So what he's doing is masking the shiny side. And the shiny, when the implant comes out of the tumbler, everything is shiny. So here's one that's completely done in the tumbler. So you can see the top side's all protected now.
Oh yeah.
But the back side is too shiny. And the reason we don't like that on the back side is because it won't stick to the cement.
Right.
So what we're going to do here is they're going to get blasted. This is like a grit blasting. It's a sandblast.
So you protect the side that you want to stay smooth and leave the exposed side, and that gets gritted up.
Yep.
Trying to get into what my knee used to be.
Nice. I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because finger oil get on you just don't want to touch it.
Right, okay.
But you can see that now the top side is completely,
that's all smooth. Yeah.
and the back side,
oh yeah,
it's hard to see, but it's
yeah, but it looks a little rough. Yeah.
it's rougher.
Okay, so cool. So how many knees can you make at once in here?
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah. Okay, so
You've got lots of big boxes. I mean, this is all the...
So that's the metal machine gun over there.
Okay.
This is plastics over here. We want to keep them separate because this plastic is kind of soft. You want to just keep it away from any metal chips. So that's why they're separated. So this is now the same exact kind of process, a slightly different machine, but these are the tibial inserts.
Okay.
This is the plastic bearing surface.
Oh, right. This is the part that I'm missing in my knee. No more meniscus, right? So this is the replacement for the meniscus?
It's the meniscus and the articular cartilage of your tibia.
Okay.
It's both parts though, right? We want the shiny metal part on the top. We'll show you that.
Yeah.
But then you have this plastic bearing that goes in between.
Okay.
Okay, interesting point. The coefficient of friction between cartilage and cartilage it's slipperier than ice on ice.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Now you don't have any of that left, right?
Yeah.
But so we need to replace that kind of lubricity. This polyethylene is extremely slick, and this material, although it's been evolving for the past 50 years, is still the same basic material that was discovered in the early 1960s by a British surgeon.
Wow. Polyethylene. Wonder if any of it's recycled.
So every insert set is going to go into a package like this so that they all stay together. And we have the same process. Run it? Yep, run it. Same process for the poly.
Hi guys, thanks for letting me intrude. Appreciate it.
No problem. Those are validation pieces.
Okay.
Validating new machine.
But the same exact process, going around and 100% inspecting each insert. The same exact, you know, it's a slightly different setup, but it's doing the same thing that we saw before. It's CMM.
CMM again stands for?
Coordinate measuring machine.
Okay.
And see this head over here, that's a standard. It's like a reference.
Oh.
It's a calibration, and it does a calibration before each tibial insert is measured. It's kind of like a home base.
And so this is the polyethylene piece that sits on the metal insert.
Right. And this is not the one you're getting. This is a posterior stabilized, a slightly different design.
Yeah.
For more advanced disease, or some surgeons just prefer to do this type. This is not, yours is a cruciate retaining, and this is posterior stabilized.
Yeah, I want to hang on to my cruciate.
Yeah. Right.
As much as I can.
Here's what the poly looks like. So feel it. It's like really, really slippery.
Super slick, yeah. Super slick. So I have to ask, because my background is actually in environmental science. Do you use any recycled materials in the polyethylene, or is it all virgin material?
This is 100% virgin.
Okay.
Med device.
That's okay.
But on the metal, the cobalt chrome, any of the waste of the cobalt is recycled.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Because it's an expensive material, extremely expensive material. Coming in here. All right, so this is final inspection. So there's two different types of polyethylene that we use. This has got a vitamin E. We call it vitamin E doped. It's got slightly different properties than the non-vitamin E doped material. These are the cruciate retaining. This is a posterior stabilized insert. This is the.
So if you're losing your
posterior
cruciate, then you would have this one.
Yeah, but that's a choice that the surgeon makes, right? If he wants. Some surgeons believe that if you excise the posterior cruciate ligament, the surgical technique is easier to do. But there's compromises to everything, right?
Right, yeah.
One of the inspection methods that we use on the femoral component is that we actually print what we call the bone model. So this is a model of the cut bone, and it's used to inspect the fit.
For every knee?
Every knee.
Robin, can we take a break for a second?
Wait.
Marcel and I have, on behalf of ConforMIS, all of us, we have a special gift for you.
Oh my gosh.
So we really want you to open. Let me hold your phone.
Okay, yes. I can only imagine what it could be. Wow.
Do you need some help? Do you need
no,
scissors?
actually you can just...
Very
I made
good.
it
And look
easy
at that.
for
There's
you.
an R on the box.
It's customized.
Of course, I didn't want to wake the baby knees over there. I feel like we should be quiet in here. It's like the nursery for the knees.
Exactly. It's the inspection.
Oh!
What do you got there?
Oh my gosh!
Robin's knee.
It's a model of my tibia.
Keep looking.
And wait. Oh my god. Wow. And my femur. Okay. This is better. As my husband was joking around, he said most women want a diamond necklace. My wife instead wants models of her tibia and her fibula. So Oh my goodness. This
think-
is so cool.
If you look carefully,
Okay.
you'll see that it is specifically for you.
And yes, there's my number, and it even has my name engraved. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome.
So
And
John can
bet-
walk you through how each
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, so here's how it, I mean,
Wow.
when
Now this isn't actually what's going in my knee, is
no,
it?
no, but it's exactly. So you can drop it. No, it's an exact duplicate. So this is how it's going to function.
Okay.
So I can
It
tell
looks
just
so
by,
much smoother than anything that's going on right now.
So I can tell just by looking at this femur that there's some reconstruction going on. with
Yeah.
it. In fact, when we first looked at it a month ago, so you getting your knee back the way it was before you were diseased.
Well, yeah, I can hardly even imagine that because that goes back to my first surgery was at age 13. And so all the degeneration started at about that point, and then I became a runner and a skier, and that only chewed it up
Didn't
more.
help.
So yeah, I had no idea that as a youngster I was doing that kind of damage to my knee. So when I was 24 and my doctor said, you have the arthritis of an 85-year-old, you need to stop doing impact sports now, that was truly a life-changing moment because as a runner, you are identifying with that, and so I had to make some changes, and I'm just so excited to even have the perception that there could be a knee without pain. I can't even imagine it.
Here we go.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so let's just, I want to show you one more inspection. What's going on? I don't know if one's up now or not. We don't have this, so there's not one really going here. But suffice it to say, so this is an inspection technique for the femoral component. It's a bit abstract here, but you can see that these are a series of lines that the shape of each individual implant needs to fall within. So there's just not a femur
okay, yeah.
being inspected right now.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah, let's go now the super tech stuff.
Introduce Stephanie.
So the
Oh, yeah.
femurs we don't make inside would be they're cast in California. We have a finishing house down in Connecticut that then does all the polish of that femur, and then it comes in here in a finished state. Everything else that you've seen we do inside.
Okay. And this, I want to take a second to introduce Stephanie. Stephanie, when did you have your knee replaced?
I had my knee done 1.5 years ago, and I am living proof of a
I
knee
know.
without
Check it out.
pain.
Check it out. Look at this. Stephanie gives me
It doesn't hurt.
gives me so much hope.
I
Oh my
love
gosh.
knee. There's no pain. Nothing. I walk my dog 5 miles a day, every day in the woods and the hills and the mountains, and no pain.
Yeah.
You could
Check it
never
out.
tell.
All
It's
right, you
great.
guys. There is hope.
There is. Life after knee pain.
All right, a little bit more here on the tour. So excited! I have my
Okay,
own femur.
this is the Star Trek replicator.
Oh yes, finally.
Be careful, the floor can be a little slippery
Yeah.
because there's powder everywhere.
Okay.
So this is a machine that is probably either in service or getting ready to take a kit out. So, so let me just kind of explain to you. So this is a computer database for a series of builds of jig kits. Now in here, all the way down to here, there's a container that's full of powder. That's probably about to come out. But here, this one's running. So you got to see, so look inside, so you see the shapes that are starting to appear on the surface of the powder?
Yeah.
Okay, there's lasers up here that are shooting down on the powder layer and fusing it together. That roller just came and put a 50 micron layer of powder across the top, and look, it's fusing another layer. So as every layer of powder comes on, the carriage inside here drops down by 50 microns.
Okay.
Add 50 microns of powder, drop 50 microns. Draws, wipes another layer of powder, draws again. And what this is doing is building down at the top level, but building the series of kits
That is
down.
so cool. My jaw is dropped right now because this is just one of those things that you think is not possible, but here it is. I mean, maybe I'm like behind the times, but I still think it's really cool. So here, let's take a look again.
So it's fusing another layer. Then the rollers will come across, drop more powder on top. The container drops down by the same thickness of the layer of powder that came off, and the lasers are burning again. They're fusing the top powder layer to the previously fused layer.
And then how does the design change then? Because
It's building a layer, a 50 micron layer at a time, building the shape.
and the shape is
So the
put into the machine somehow so it knows how to do it.
right. So we showed you the print frame, right?
Yes.
Right. So that print frame for this machine is sliced up into 50 micron layers, and then it starts at the bottom layer and fuses each 50 micron layer
Okay, that's
with the
pretty
lasers.
awesome.
Out now, we'll show you one.
Okay.
This is for a partial knee, but this is what they look like. Actually, I want to take you across the hall
Okay.
and show you what it really looks like. All right, so this is a really dirty room, but
And we've got all the dust on the
so
floor.
this is one of the carriages that came out of that machine.
Okay.
Inside here is 4 or 5 kits that are taken out of that.
Oh,
So that's a print frame.
me in a box. Now, are those the actual jigs?
Yeah.
That's
Right,
it.
they haven't been taken off the frame yet, but this is a patent jig set.
So does it? So you actually take it off?
We're gonna cut them off, right?
That is really
But
cool.
basically, it's being removed from what we call the cake. The powder's the cake.
Yeah.
Removed from the cake, and then cleaned up. And this is a blasting system as well, similar to what we showed you for the tray. They will blast them here. All right, be careful around here. See, this is what they look like when they just came out. You see, there's still powder all over them. So this was built layer by layer, and as this
In that machine.
in those machines,
Wow.
right?
Okay. Mind blowing. Very cool.
This
And then
technology is just 30 years old.
Yeah.
And 30 years ago, it was crude. You couldn't even come close to doing anything like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they come back here. Oops, sorry about that. And they get all inspected. After they're cleaned, they're all inspected in this zone here. In each kit, there is, for each kit layer, we print what we call a dog bone. So you want to verify that the mechanical property for each one of the kit, the plastic is the right mechanical properties. So this is a dog bone.
Oh.
And for each layer in the build frame, we test for mechanical properties.
Okay, and you don't want that to happen, right?
No, you do break it.
Oh,
You
you
want
do
it to
break
break, because then you know what the strength of it is
stresses are. Okay.
in order for it to break.
Wow, that's cool. And so there's always a dog bone in each.
At each
kit,
layer.
you said.
Yep.
All right, fascinating. You know what? I think I'll wrap up for right now. Let me just close this down. So, thanks, guys. That was our tour inside the ConforMIS factory. Pretty awesome. Saw more than I've ever even imagined that goes into a knee, and all the people who are taking care of making sure it's exactly the way it should be. So excited that I have my own baby knee in a box, and I'm looking forward to, boy, it's just a few days away now. Thursday is my surgery, so I'm feeling way more confident, way more excited, especially meeting Stephanie, who's dancing a jig with her new knee. So, all right, I'll shoot some more later on today, and see you soon.